'cause I wanna freeze this moment, make it mine, hold you close. Now my heart's wide open. When I'm with you, suddenly I feel no pain. Can you make it go away? Can you make it?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I did this makeup look. So this is my first holiday makeup of 2021. I'm hoping that I would be able to do some more, and also I would be sharing with you all further into the video how I fix my makeup mistakes when like your eyes start to water and stuff. So to begin, I prime my eyes using the JUVIA'S Place Eye Base in the shade number 1. And now I'm going into the JUVIA'S Place Saharan 2 palette, and I'm taking this reddish brown shade. And this is going to be my transition color.
Think about the times you let me go, falling through the cracks, emotional. I struggle to see what your reasons are.
Going back into the JUVIA'S Place Saharan 2 palette, I am going to be using the burgundy shade, and I'm going to be packing this into my crease and blending it with the first shade that I applied above. Now to add some darkness to my crease, I went into the JUVIA'S Place, the Mauves Palette. I'm going to be taking, this is the deepest shade from this palette, and I'm going to be focusing this into my crease area. Then to add a bit more darkness to my crease, I applied some black from the JUVIA'S Place Warrior 2 palette, but I'm mainly focusing this on the outer V of my eyes only. Now to cut my crease, I'm going to be using the Mauves base in the shade Rumour 1, and you guys can use my code, which is beat at curly10, for a discount on the Mauves website. And the brush that I'm using to cut my crease is the Morphe M221 concealer brush.
Look left, look right, and I come with a hook right. Hook right, hook right. This what the angles look like. Way up, stood high, taking the view when it look right. And oh, it's the good life, whipping the sauce when I cook like. Look left, look right, yeah, yeah. Come with a hook right. Hook right, hook right, hook right.
Here I'm just ensuring that the base is well blended out, and then I'm going to move on to my lid shades. These are from the Color Queen of Hearts palette. I'm going to be using these two shades here, and I'm first going to go into the white shimmery shade, and then I'm going to go into the gold in the center of my lid.
Taking the view when it look right. And oh, it's the good life, whipping the sauce when I cook like. Look left, look right, yeah, yeah. Come with a hook right. Hook right, hook right, hook right. Make all the man them look twice. I'm way up, stood high, but I've been in the field like Suge Knight. And they know it took time. This what a legacy look like.
I then went back in with the reddish brown shade from the JUVIA'S Please Saharan 2 palette, and I'm going to be blending that on the outer edge where I didn't apply any eyeshadow. And lastly, I went back in with the deep eggplant shade from the JUVIA'S Mauves Palette to blend out the edges of my cut crease. And here I also use some of the PLOUISE pigment. This is in the shade A Hint of Desire, and I'm just going to be applying a little bit of that for some extra sparkle on the inner part of my lid only. Now for my eyeliner, I use the SEPHORA liquid eyeliner in the shade Black, and I'm basically going to be lining my lash line and winging it out to the eyeshadow, and then when that's dried, I went in with a black matte eyeshadow and just kind of like diffuse the edges of that black eyeliner. For my waterline, I applied the PLOUISE Acid Rain paint in the shade Nitro.
about the times you let me go. Falling through the cracks, emotional. I struggle to see what your reasons are. Sitting in your balance, silence breaks my heart. Turn the key, used to be our getaway car. Now I only wanna get away from where we are. Gotta find my way to you, even though you're next to me. No matter what I do, your heart is drifting out of reach. Out on the water, I'm swimming hard and trying to keep this alive. Gotta find my way to you.
I just applied my eyelashes and now I'm moving on to my face. I first went in with the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade 515, and I'm basically putting this in the inner parts of my face, and then I would use another shade that matches my skin better for the rest of my face.
Think about the times you let me go. Falling through the cracks, emotional. I struggle to see what your reasons are.
So for the rest of my face, I applied the JUVIA'S Place Am Magic Foundation in the shade Togo.
Gotta find my way to you, even though you're next to me. No matter what I do, your heart is drifting out of reach. Out on the water.
Now to highlight my face, I applied the JUVIA'S Place Am Magic Foundation in the the JUVIA'S Place Am Magic Concealer in the shade number 10, and then I went in with the LA Girl Cosmetics concealer in the shade Fawn. Now for my contour, I applied the JUVIA'S Place shade Stick in the shade Congo, and for my blush I used the PLOUISE base in the shade OTT Orange. So I'm just gonna move on to blending out everything. So I first blend out my concealer, and then I went ahead to blend out my contour and cream blush together. To set my face, I used the ARISTA Loose Matte Face Powder in the shade Medium Translucent, and I'm just going to be applying this to all the parts of my face that I did apply my concealer. So this is the part where I started to mess up. So I had a fan directly in front of me and some of the powder got into my eyes, so that caused my eyes to start watering, and it messed up the eyeliner, it messed up the inner part of the eyeshadow, and everything was a mess. I was actually going to stop, but I say let me continue, and I would just include how I would fix something like this. So the first thing you want to do is get a Q-tip, and you're going to put that where your eyes are watering to just dry up all of the tears that are coming out, and you're going to hold your nose and your breath, and you're going to look up, and this is going to help stop the tears from running. And then I can move on to fixing any mistakes that happened on your eyes. So I first went in and fixed the eyeshadow. Because I only use shimmer eyeshadows, it's very easy to fix. It's a lot easier to fix than like glitter or matte eyeshadows. So it was really simple. And then I went in with my eyeliner and I touched that back up, and I also restocked the inner part of my lashes. I also added back some of the PLOUISE acid rain paint to my waterline, and we were good again. So now I'm moving back to my face. I'm bronzing my face using the JUVIA'S Bronzer Duo in the shade Dark. Now for my blush, I use the Color Drain Highlight and Blush Duo in the shade Color Shots. And then to complete my eyes, I'm just applying some glitter. These glitters are from Crease Cosmetics, and I believe the shades were Eden and Crush that I mix. And to adhere these to my lower lash line, I just used some clear lash glue. And I also went back in my inner corner with some of the white shade from the Coloring Queen of Hearts palette to highlight there. Now moving to my lips, I lined that using a dark brown lip liner. So here I'm just showing you guys all of the products that I use on my lips. First, I use the Color Drain Power Collection liquid lipstick in the shade Suspect, the JUVIA'S Place lip gloss in the shade Island Mami, and then I use this clear lip gloss from Nicka K, New York. So I just applied the Color Drain liquid lipstick, and while that dried, I went and I highlighted my nose using the brownmelaninmua highlighter palette, and the shade that I use is called Poppin'. So now moving back to my lips, I'm applying the JUVIA'S Place lip gloss in the shade Island Mami, and then I would apply the clear lip gloss, and that would be the completed look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumb up, comment down below, subscribe. When you subscribe, please turn on your post notifications so that you won't miss any future uploads. And follow me on Instagram. The link to that will be down in my description box, as well as all of the products that I use. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.